Good evening from Victoria, and I have to say we have such a problem in this country with the entire range of family law nonsense that goes on. Have you heard of the happy birthday law? I've deemed it as, well, in North Vancouver, suffice it to say that an ex parte can be had, as it can in many jurisdictions in this country, simply from a woman crying wolf. And with that comes a checklist of support that they can muster. Constabulary with their shining steeds bear down upon fathers wishing their children happy birthday. And literally, who comes up with, what sordid soul comes up with a law in the books to not allow presents or a loving gesture, or for that matter, any type of greeting on such a festive occasion without sanctioned changing of the orders in court? Yes, let's employ more lawyers in the realm of simple common sense family issues. So it's despicable. And if you want to have a population grow and you want to encourage families, then what should you do? You should strike down this nonsense and hold those responsible for such idiocy in the face of common sense. We have to take away the impunity of these masters and judges who really have no ability to actually understand family dynamics beyond the cliche tropes of the past. And what we see, regrettably, is all men categorized as they are on CBC in some god-awful version of events that have taken place, and it's some sort of, that's supposed to account for the population of men, and the vast majority of which are peaceable citizens such as myself. And instead we're harassed and pushed out of communities like something out of a western. And that's what it is. It's the Wild West out here. I would not encourage my own children or any generation to settle in British Columbia, Canada, because what happens is the entitlement factor of the Canadian system and generations, unfortunately, vastly overwhelming in proportion to the supposed numbers of domestic violence, where you have, situations where it's supposedly men in these types of scenarios. Well, it's representational in the withholding of children, and there's nothing done by neither the constabulary nor the judiciary. They are completely ineffective in every capacity that they have, and the powers that they have, they do nothing for families, nothing. And it's all done under the auspices of supposedly the best interest of the children. My son has been withheld. My daughter has been withheld against the orders of the court, of a higher court, not provincial court. They just want to issue these edicts and hire lawyers and the rest of it, and they allow this to go on in perpetuity, decade after decade, destroying families, destroying generations of Canadians. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to this country, and it ruins the fabric of the nation. And we need to put an end to it. We need to completely abolish this nonsensical discretionary power that we grant these judges of anything to do with families. Thank you. Good night.